Hey everybody, thanks for watching and Happy New Year 2020, finally here. Basically what this video is about. We'll get into it in a second, but quick reminder, put out a video on my Instagram showing the progress of the books. If you ordered a book, if you were promised a book, if you were one of the first 50 people or whatever the situation may be, you will get your book. It's on the way. We're moving as fast as possible. It's a lot of books. We don't have like a big factory or a bunch of people that's really on it, but we're moving fast and we're getting them out as quickly as possible. We're taking like literally suitcase fulls of books to the post office. I'm doing so personally, and we're moving as quickly as we can. You will get it. It's getting to you quickly. Here are some of the people who already got their books. A lot of people send me pictures, so send out emails if you definitely want to take a picture and send it to me with the book. Appreciate it. It's going to be in the Merkabah book club photo wall, so definitely take a picture, email it to me. I will put it up. But this video basically in response to a lot of questions, and yeah, by the way, it's still about I think like 17-18 books left. Link in the description. And I believe it's about 18 left, so definitely grab those. But this is definitely going to get into 2020 and Age of Aquarius. So been getting a lot of the questions and some crazy questions and crazy videos, and a lot of people that's you know how it goes. Every 2000, 2012, everybody thinks the world's going to end. 2020 is coming, and it's supposed to be the coming of the Age of Aquarius. I know a lot of people said Aquarius came in 1444 BCE. A lot of people said it came in the year 2000. A lot of people said it came in 1999. A lot of people said it came in 2012. And, this whole thing about entering into the Age of Aquarius, which, I mean, when you go back, especially the 70s and 80s, how much it was talked about and how much esoterically we see about the coming of the Age of Aquarius. It's a lot. It's a lot of information. And what it really is talking about is the energy. It's an energy change. If you're really not into this, a lot of people think stuff's a joke, so they don't really get deeply into it. But there's been consciousness shifts. There's been changes, and we can see that. A lot of people call it evolution. A lot of people call it just overall progress. When you go back and look at older pictures, even of yourself, you can kind of feel that time. It's a different feeling to it. And as time grows on, it's different feelings, it's different consciousness shifts that we are all involved in changing our collective consciousness. So there are shifts, and what's going to happen is that shift is going to get more powerful as far as our ability to control it, which is why they have been for decades bombarding us with everything that they're on, that they can control, which is materialistic stuff. Satan, as you'll understand in a second. When I talked about, especially in the book, got more deeper into Satan, about what he represents. And you got to look at it on the, of course, not looking at Satan as a bad thing. Because if you're on Satan as a bad thing, then you don't know what you're talking about. It's energy. That's all it is. Any Satanist will tell you we worship Satan, the energy, because that's what it represents. But when you look at the symbol for Aquarius, you have this. Look like water. That's what it's supposed to be. But it can also be bolts. It can be jolts. We know that, the flow of water is called a current. And we know that, electrical current exists. Same thing. Take it back to the waters of Noon, the ancient Egyptian creation story, where everything was created. And it's basically giving you energy. That water is energy, space, energy, creation. So what's giving you was basically going to turn out to be the evolution of energy, so to speak. And things are going to be evolving and changing, and consciousness are going to be different. Things are going to be different coming into this consciousness shift. Now, because they screwed up the dating, and we're supposed to be years behind what we are, and supposedly they tacked on 300 years and all kinds of stuff like that. They did a real good job at screwing up the dating and the time. So we're not really going to know what year the Age of Aquarius came or went, or well, not went, but came, and we are in, or what. But it is here, and they've been prepared for it for a long time, and all the symbolism is showing you, what exactly is going on. A lot of people don't know, and this is one of the biggest things that gives it away and to help you understand more. Saturn, Aquarius is ruled by the planet Saturn, as well as Uranus, but You go back to old times, it was Saturn. So anybody who's into this stuff understands three major signs. You have Aquarius, you have Capricorn, you have Leo. Even going back to ancient Egypt, you had, the symbolism with the Sphinx with Leo. You had the symbolism with Capricorn, all the goat symbolism we see in Egypt and everywhere else. And Aquarius, of course, the water. So, I mean, with the water energy and just water period, when you start going back to a lot of those times, or read a lot of those descriptions of ancient Egypt, talking about the age of Aquarius or the time of Aquarius being the time of flooding and so on and so forth, it's a lot more to that, which I have a lot coming up with this in a later video. But it has to do with energy, plain and simple. And when you understand how we know the role that Satan plays as far as energy and what that is, a lot of stuff is going to make sense that we see coming from them, and we got to be aware of it. We have to be really aware of it and understand how they're going to be trying to use this energy boost, you might as well say, to do what they need to do. So 2020 is supposed to be, or the age of Aquarius, 2020 now, it's supposed to be the age of the, awakening age. And a lot of people say, oh, we have the information age, you have this age of awakening. This is supposed to be the age of awakening. This is supposed to be the best time where you can truly awaken your energy, open your chakras, third eye. It's going to be so much energy available that you already had, as I talked about before. This energy has always been here. Energy can't be, created or destroyed, only transferred from one form to another. That's a fact. And it's the same stuff that's always been here, except for we have been cut off from it for many different reasons. But, you have to look at it, and see what they're talking about exactly. So you have, the opening of the eye. This is supposed to be the time where all of that is starting to come into play. So remember, I talked about the TV show before, 2020, and we know 2020 has to do with, vision. 2020 has to do with vision, and that's why they have it 2020 vision. 2020 has to do with opening that eye. All the broadcasting stations that's, dealing with your consciousness and messing with your consciousness, they always put something that has to do with visualization. As far as you have CVS with the eye, you have NBC with the peacock, and the peacock has to really deal with the change of visualization. They was basically trying to promote back then the change from black and white to color TVs, and they wanted to promote that with the peacock and a couple other things. But all of it has to do with consciousness and a change of vision in one form or another. And even when you start to trace back a lot of the older logos for these stations, they either had to deal with something that was esoteric. Even with ABC, you see it here with the bolt of lightning in its mouth. But it all goes back to enlightenment, which is Lucifer, of course. Satan is all satanic stuff, Luciferian stuff, which is not evil. It deals with knowledge. You increasing your knowledge and understanding what's really going on. So that's what it's about. So I know a lot of people was worried about that and trying to really get their head around what does the age of Aquarius mean for us. And it just means you got to use it, because they've been going hard at getting us to not feel energy and understand energy, as I talked about before. And we so bombarded with everything else that we don't focus on that. So now, and my main point of this video, besides talking about this, was to really get you guys to understand how to change your mindset more than ever. Our mindsets are so messed up, and we worried about so much stupid stuff. We lose control. We lose sight of what's really going on. A lot of people jumping in and out of consciousness. A lot of people, 1 minute you're conscious, 1 minute you're not, 1 minute, back on Christianity. I mean, we got to start getting ourselves out of those, situations and stay true to what we've been on, for a long time, years for some of us. And that's being in right mindset. And being in right mindset is understanding what's out here and all the traps and all the stuff that these people putting out here that got people so confused. The trends I always talk about, hip hop industry destroying us, and hip hop industry beaming so much bullshit into our heads. We done had a whole decade of just nonsense. And how much did we really grow spiritually? Not that much. How much did we grow spiritually enough to do something to change our situation? Not that much at all. But if we look at it on the flip side, how much did they grow? How much energy did they put out or use against us to push us further back and propel them further ahead? And it's a lot. And we take a whole decade going. Let's go back to 2000. I mean, it seems like it wasn't even that long ago, but it was. You know, it's about to be 20 years ago, the year 2000. Look at where we at. The same spot we was at in 2000. It's the same spot, and they have successfully kept us in this consciousness. It's the same pattern over and over again when you pay attention. It's we rally, we unite around something. 2001 was 9/11, and then the consciousness shift was just retarded after that. More fear than ever, and everybody more conspiracy theorists than ever, more spiritual than ever. A lot of people was looking at what happened and getting more, awakening more and getting more into esoteric studies and so on and so forth. But all of it was for what? Like, we got all this information. A lot of people just know shit now, but nothing's changed. We still where we are, and there still wasn't a major shift in consciousness to change our physical situation, and that's exactly what they wanted. So of course we have the Christians that's looking at this whole thing and saying this is the coming of Lucifer. CERN was about them opening the portal for Lucifer to come through, and then now Satan is going to be here in 2020. We have the Antichrist, and it's all the satanic age. When this stuff has been going on for a long time. When you get into the age of Aquarius and everything that's supposed to entail, we've always been dealing with this stuff as far as on the Luciferian satanic side of it, because it really deals with energy and just them programming us, when you understand. So real quick, it says here, the mainstreaming of Satanism and the mainstreaming of Luciferianism, which is basically what we've been going through, are the current dominant cultures that are being methodically and secretly constructed through an array of social engineering experiments. These are being perpetrated through an increasing multitude of electromagnetic and chemical weapons targeting the unaware Earth population with the goal of mass mind control. Most people are still not able to discern the aggressive agendas hidden in plain sight that directly promote the death culture. These agendas are based upon manipulating satanic and Luciferian doctrines and ideologies, and their proponents continue to deceive the public through pushing for mainstream acceptance while denying accountability for the destructive harm caused by their actions. These controller groups desire to make the more extreme satanic and Luciferian ideologies and their related behaviors and rituals fully mainstreamed and socially integrated. Thus, the agenda is to mainstream these practices so that they will become legally protected when their various harmful activities are openly disclosed or observed in full view of the public. Then it says this real quick. Satanism is based on the manipulation of energy and consciousness through mind control, deception, possession, and is many times ritual-based, SRA, satanic ritual abuse. Satanism is promoted on the earth through the economic deception strategy mind control by enforcing those anti-life behaviors as a value system within humanity. These deeply sick rituals, such as blood sacrifice and war and killing, pedophilia, create an energy field, a vibrational frequency which connects the consciousness of the participants to the NAA group, which is the negative alien agenda, if you heard about that, or reptilians, if you heard about that, and other consciousness energies in the lower fourth dimension. This is the dimensional field, also known as the lower astral to many people, which resonates to the frequency of low vibrational emotions like fear, guilt, shame, hatred, and so on. So all that sounds crazy and spooky and so on and so forth, but anybody who's been keeping up with Saturn and Satan series, if you've seen the videos that are on YouTube about Satanism and everything I expressed to you guys about how it relates to energy, because that's what it's all about. Anything that's demonic, satanic, has to do with your energy and what you manifest and what they put behind it. So the stuff that they doing, that's what they consider, especially Christians and so on and so forth. So that article was really it's a Christian view of what this Age of Aquarius and the Satanism behind it is supposed to be. Even though they're not supposed to really know about any of this stuff or believe in any of it, they're taking the satanic part of it and trying to mix it into what they're doing to us on an energy level and just say, you know, this is all Lucifer, instead of just saying that Lucifer and Satan is the actual energy and nothing else. That's all it is. So the stuff that they're doing can be considered satanic, which is why in the music industry and everything that we're seeing, they throw up the double horns and it's all centered around Satan, and Satan has to deal with the music industry because that's what it is. It's energy being used to control you and manipulate you and get you to do stuff that you shouldn't be doing. And that's why they put all that stuff in there, because this is what it entails. So it's going to be more of that, of course. But the difference is we're going to rise more than ever to wake up. It's not going to be as easy as it has been for them to deceive us right now. People are going to be more intelligent. This is the age where more inventions are going to come out. In the next decade, we're going to see the advancement of so much stuff on par with this new age. It's not even, it makes enlightenment look retarded because it's going to be so brilliant, and people are going to be coming into so many different kinds of knowledge and understanding about things that a lot's going to change. And if you pay attention, they've been preparing themselves for that change because it's going to mostly come from black folks. And this is why you've been seeing, if you watch TV, a lot of the commercials and corporations have been conforming to include, you know, African Americans, black people, and in commercials that we would never see black people in. You're seeing it now because they're getting ready for it. So they had a time frame to basically, you know, sum it up to where they could beat what's about to come, and they couldn't do it. That's what they've been trying to do for a long time, to either get around this lack of melanin, this lack of power. They have been successfully using us to create this reality that they have. Again, it's going to sound spooky, but if you watch my videos, you understand. And now you get to the point to where time's up. Time's up. The consciousness is going to shift big in our favor. We're going to be more awakened than ever. Who knows what's going to happen and what's going to come. And we'll see. We'll see if they try to combat it or if they try to, you know, go along to get along. But this shift is something that, you know, we got to take advantage of. And people got to change their consciousness and open up their mind more to a lot of different things and try. This is something that's mainly meant for our children, mainly meant for people that's been into this stuff for a long time. A lot of people that's trying to wake up or still on the fence about what all this stuff is not really going to be able to take advantage of it. But if you have been into this for a long time, especially if you meditate, because you can feel it, then you're going to see that big jump. You're going to see that change in yourself. You're going to be a lot more enthused. You have a lot more energy to do bigger and better things. Your feelings should change. You know, you're going to be different. And there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but I want to save it for the video. So I'll get into this a lot more. There's a lot to come. There's a lot more to come. I've been waiting for this year to be over and just get it out the freaking way. It's been a good year, but a busy year. You know, there's a lot of stuff I planned on doing this year that I didn't get a chance to do. But everybody always say that, you know, next year is going to be better, 2020. But it seriously is. So I got a lot of stuff out the way, and I thought I said Siri. Go ahead. See, Siri think I'm talking to her. My bad, Siri. I wasn't calling you. I'm here. Yeah, Siri. I'm doing a video. Like, chill out. But yeah.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
One second. My bad. Siri be tripping sometimes. But yeah, just, you know, a lot of videos coming up. It's going to be more into, you know, cultivating your consciousness and really getting into right mindset. That's one of the main things I want to pound home in the next couple months, because I I want you guys to get this, especially between February and like freaking May, and around this time when a lot of this energy change is going to be happening. And there's a lot that's going to be going on. This is going to be a crazy year. I mean, I just can't wait to see what the hell they're going to do. I mean, it's going to be, I'm just preparing for a weird year. You guys should as well. Not so much in the bad sense, but I think a lot, I should say decade, really. I think a lot is going to happen this year. We're going to see a lot. I said before that Trump was going to get impeached. Whether or not they find him guilty or so on and so forth remains to be seen. I say he would either get assassinated or impeached. I was right about the impeach part. You can kind of sort of see the direction they're going to go in with him. It's kind of sort of the last hurrah for the racists. This is what you can do. This is how it was. And everything is going to be different now. And change. So in the videos I talked about before, everything we've been seeing as far as racism and all that stuff and what it was really all about, it's prepared for what's about to come. So we're going to get into this a lot more. And the age of Aquarius is not something to be scared of. It's something to celebrate. It's something to be very happy about, especially if you're a conscious person, especially if you're meditating, if you're really into understanding how they have successfully been using our own energy against us and, putting themselves in a better position to be where they are today while, we give out so much energy and don't use none of it to change our own situation or to change our situation as a collective. But that's the difference between us and them. They take the energy, which you can, say in the form of money or what have you, but you see where they people are. And we look at where we at, well, we have so much energy, and you can say, i.e. buying power, spending power, so on and so forth. But what are we doing with it? We're giving it to them. So we're giving them our currency, energy, and our actual energy. It's crazy. And they put that, it's not a play on words. They did that for a reason, because that's your energy that you're using to get those dollars, that money. And that money buys, it's everything. It affects your energy. It's you revolve around it. And it's everything. And they understand that. But we got a time here. And I'm not gonna lie, I had my fingers crossed. Like I was thinking for the last couple of years, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna let this happen? And I didn't really want to speak on it for people that's in the know because I didn't want to scare nobody. But it's here, so we'll see what happens. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch. It's gonna be a lot more on this, a lot more esoteric videos coming up. It's a lot. I have the first two DVDs coming out in it's a new series that's going to be about ancient religion. It's going to be paganism and Zoroastrianism. A lot of insight in those videos as well. A lot to go. A lot to come for this month. So I appreciate you guys sending me the pictures. Appreciate the emails. Again, books on the way. More videos on YouTube. I have a lot more time to try to get out more this year. Been super busy, as you guys know, but definitely if you meditate, and definitely pay attention to yourself. Be aware of that energy change. Don't succumb to it. Don't let it change you in a way that you can't control. I mean, don't be one of those people that just like you can't control yourself. This is something you gotta really control. This is something you really gotta use to benefit you. In more ways than one, which I'm going to get in a whole video on this energetic wise. But yeah, thanks for watching. Books are on the way. Thanks for your patience and support. See you next video.